Now, less enjoyable, though, is obviously down to the south. And I told you earlier that I had a chance to talk with some people that live down that way. Now, Hurricane Milton, it's a beast. At this hour, the latest update is 165-mile-an-hour winds. Tampa, still unfortunately directly in its sights. Now, I spoke with several people from Michigan who now live in the landfall path to get their thoughts, and DTEs as well, on how they're planning to already reroute their crews that are down there.
As strong as it is, it's just not something to mess with.
Michiganders in Florida are preparing for the worst. Lisa Haiss isn't in a flooding evacuation zone, but she's getting out anyway.
We're really just most concerned about trees being uprooted and falling over.
She says those staring down the wind and not just the water are having to do things on their own.
I think that there's not enough communication from the city or from the state. I think it's a little bit lacking. I think a vast majority of people are relying solely on meteorologists.
Compared to Michigan weather, it couldn't be more different.
It's very different than when we have snowstorms coming. You have winds of 180 miles an hour.
Lee and Kathy Morris moved from Dearborn. One main difference that they say helps is the lead time compared to Michigan storms.
With hurricanes, you're warned. I mean, with Helene, we had a week's notice that something was going to happen. When we had a tornado or something, it was you didn't have time to worry about it. It just came on you, when we were up north.
And the National Weather Service is using that time to get the word out. Tampa has not seen a direct hit since 1921.
The Florida utilities had put out a request for tens of thousands of linemen.
DTE already has crews in the Carolinas and in Georgia. With Milton on the way, those crews won't be coming home.
Right now, I think there's appetite for all 600 of those resources to head down there. It might end up being a fraction of those depending on where they're at. Keep in mind, restoration for Hurricane Helene is not done.
Ahmed Badji, CBS News, Detroit.
Wow, and that restoration is going to take a lot of time.
And potentially some of these spots where they're still trying to repair it are going to get hit again. And it's just one after another with this. So all eyes right now are on Wednesday night.
All right, we'll be watching and hoping for the best. Thanks, Ahmed.